Hello and welcome. I'm Brianna and this is Rose Hill Goats. A wild Thumbelina, you'll learn all about her. My Instagram, welcome and thank you for joining us, and if you're new here, welcome. I'm Brianna and I have goats. Right now I was just grabbing some hay because we've been going through a drought here in Saskatchewan, and the bucks, even though I have 3 little pastures that I rotate them in between, grass isn't growing, so they get some hay. You can see we are getting some rain today, but too little too late right now, but we are grateful for it. We baled hay in July. We got 460 small square bales, which is very good. We baled our 3 acres of hayfield and got about 150 from there. And then we have a little property that we do grass hay, and then there's a grass road that we also baled. So all in all, we got about 460 small square bales. So that's very good. I've never had that much feed for my goats, so I'm very happy, stress-free, all the things. Little cart here, I love it. Super handy. And this is where we have some of the hay. I'm just gonna grab it from here because it's the easiest spot to grab from. He's filled up right to the top. That's one. Got my hay in my cart. This makes it a lot easier for me to bring hay around the yard because hay is all the way back there and goats are here. So makes it a little easier for me. Hungry boys in question. Hey guys. Happy boys. You can hear goats in the background yelling because they saw me with hay. They like it better than pasture sometimes. I don't understand. I've got a wily little baby that likes to escape as well, so welcome styles. But yeah, happy goats. Fun part, bringing this into there. Do is let the sheep and the yearlings into this pasture and come around real nice. And off they go. This boy doesn't get to go out there because I have other people that go in that area, and he doesn't like other people, so yeah, he gets to stay here. Sad when he doesn't have his goats, but he also gets really excited when I come in here, so he's a happy dude. Hi buddy! Off he goes. Come on. That's a good boy. That's a good boy. That's a good boy. It's my almost 5-year-old. We're a month away from his 5-year birthday. And he is a Marama. We love him to death. He is an LGD, which is a livestock guardian dog. So those are dogs that are livestock guardians. His job is at night, I mean even during the day, he'll bark, and that warns off predators like coyotes, bears, all of the things that we have around here. And I've never lost a goat to any sort of predator, and we're out in the middle of nowhere, so like it's very likely, like we've seen coyotes in our yard, everything like that, but he takes care of them, makes sure that the goats are safe, warns off anyone, and yeah. I built him this perch out of skids, and it's his favorite spot. It's also where in the spring I groom him because he has this thick double coat, and you can only imagine the amount of fur that comes off of him when his winter coat comes out. Like, this is thin for him. So yeah, it makes it a lot easier because it's about 2-3 feet high, so it's just nice and easy to stand beside while he sits there, and yeah, makes it easy. As you can see, we really are in the boonies. There's a couple yard sites around, but other than that, there's not really anything. So a lot of predator presence, which with Harley isn't a big deal. Look at him just waiting for me. believe I've never given this guy a bath. In the 5 years I've had him, never once has he had a bath. Instagram a couple days ago, I got you guys to ask me some questions for this video, and one of them was, what's the name of all your goats? So we'll go through them all. Let's start with the honorable mentions. Pearl the sheep, do not judge her shearing job. Right here, who is a wether and the son of Pearl, do not judge his shearing job. They're very difficult to shear, and we don't talk about that. I've got one of my mama goats. Her name is Gypsy. Then we've got one of her kids. This one's a buck. I don't have him named, but he's adorable. This is her kid from last year. So this is Milo. She's a gorgeous doeling. Little black doeling here. Her name is Styles. I named her from a TV show. Here we've got Cinnamon. She's probably my favorite doe just because of her milk production and her personality. We love her. But my two does have a dairy breed in them. So then they're not the typical looking boar because they're much thinner and they show more bone than a typical boar. But I really like her milk production. Here is her buck kid from this year. I don't have a name for him either, but he's gorgeous. Her doe kid from last year, her name's Jenya, and she's a beautiful doe. I love her, and I can't wait to see what she produces next year. We have Thumbelina. She is my token pygmy who wanders around the yard. I've tried covering the spots that she gets out, but she always finds a new one. So I just let her be. She always goes back in there. She doesn't wander far. She eats the weeds. So, you know, we let her be happy. Yeah, George, come back, buddy. Gotta love dogs. We just let Thumbelina do her thing, and it works. She just wanders. She always comes back. We've got our bucks. So this is my yearling buckling, Joffrey. I was going to sell him, but I think I might keep him around for when I buy new does next year because he is Cinnamon's kid from last year. So I can't use him for any of my does right now because they're all related to him. And then we've got Manny here. He is the father of all this year's babies, and he creates beautiful babies. And he looks a little rough right now because I had a bit of an issue and a scare with him, but he is on the mend. I'm very happy with how he's doing. He also never lost his appetite or anything like that. He just got pretty skinny and lost some fur, but I got copper into him, I got extra minerals, I dewormed him, everything like that. So now it's just the road to recovery. Question I got from Instagram is, how long have I had goats? So I've had goats for the last 10, 11 years, but I got this small herd of goats last year. So I had my 4-H goat, Peaches, from the time she was born until 2021 when she passed. She was an old goat. She lived out her life here, and she was my favorite goat and will forever be my favorite goat. There won't ever be a goat that will replace her. But last year I got these goats, and to say it's been a learning curve is to say the least, but my passion for goats and taking care of goats and for my vision for the future has never dimmed. So with all the hardships that comes with livestock farming or any farming really, then yeah, it's just ups and downs, highs and lows, but you keep going. The question I got was, why did you decide to get goats? And I mean, sort of answered it before with Peaches, but my grandparents had goats from the time I was like pretty little until they got out of goats around 2012, 2013, somewhere around there. And I missed it so much because I would go and help out, especially with kidding seasons. But yeah, so I was like, you know what, that's what I want to do. So I decided to start my own herd, and here we are. Our faithful little George. He's one of our favorite cats because he just catches everything. He'll come in with gophers from the road and just chomps them. They're bigger than his head, but he gets them. George. Dude. Where I'll leave it for today. I'd love to do a Q&A type video, so if you have any questions, pop them in the comments below and I'll start gathering questions and make a Q&A video, answer everyone's questions. So with that, thank you so much for watching. Subscribe, like the video, share with a friend. I'd really appreciate it. Bye!